Today, we will be taking a look at the infamous 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. Time flies, and technology in laptops is getting more and more advanced as we know it. As beloved as these things are, how well does this thing hold up 9 years later? Let's find out. Before we get into the review, this MacBook is currently in shambles and I need to rebuild it. If you'd like to skip to the review, here is the timestamp to do so. In the meantime, I will be replacing the motherboard and adding a new screen onto it. A little while ago, I made a video about headless MacBooks with this same computer, simply taking the broken screen off and converting it into a desktop as a way to reuse it instead of throwing it away. Anyway, I've decided to give it a new life by bringing a screen to make it into a functional laptop again. This Mac originally came with the base 2.2 GHz i7 with integrated graphics, which will be upgraded with the 2.5 GHz i7 with dedicated graphics. So to start, the logic board will be installed first. Now that we've got the new logic board installed, let's move on to the screen. And now we're done. Overall, it wasn't so complicated other than it being really time consuming, and you'll see why it was important for the board swap here soon. This is the 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. Widely considered one of the best MacBooks of all time, and it's honestly hard to look past that title because there is so much Apple got right with this laptop. It was the last MacBook with upgradable storage, widely introduced the Force Touch trackpad, and came with an abundance of ports, of course with MagSafe, which is super pleasing to see, and these features are some of the reasons people still love this computer. And I will admit, it's nice to see Apple step back for a change and add back necessary ports on their current lineup of Pro laptops. The specs include a 2.5 GHz quad-core i7, 16 GB of RAM, a 250 GB SSD, built-in Iris Pro graphics, and Radeon R9 M370X dedicated graphics. Overall, not bad. The 2880 by 1800 display here is still stunning today and makes the experience using this laptop all the much better. And of course, using it for what most people care about, casual computing, web browsing, entertainment, all work flawlessly. Even light gaming such as Minecraft runs pretty well thanks to the dedicated graphics in this thing. Running CPU and GPU benchmarks in Geekbench 6 reveals a 1136 for the single core and 3965 for multi-core scores. And the GPU scores is where it got really interesting. For the Metal benchmark, the integrated graphics scored 2013, which was fine until I saw how much higher the dedicated graphics scored. 12,469. Holy crap, I had no idea the performance gap between the two was by 6 times, and that goes to show you why I opted to switch the logic boards in the beginning. This exact reason. So if you're considering getting yourself one of these, make sure you opt for the 2.5 GHz model. Speaking of buying one of these, for this exact spec, they honestly hold their value really well, ranging between $300 to $400 for this exact spec on eBay, and around the same on back market depending on which condition you get it in. Overall, I still think the 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro is fantastic even 9 years later. With the ability to upgrade your storage and the considerable amount of ports on this thing, it's no wonder why these things are still desirable even these days. I still can't get over the fact that this laptop is almost a decade years old at this point, which kind of makes me feel old. But anyway, I still believe this is a very usable Mac in 2024, as I was able to accomplish all of my tasks with ease. It definitely serves as a great budget or first-time Mac, and even as a secondary laptop. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like on this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one, definitely consider subscribing. Otherwise, I'll see y'all in the next video.